This is my next job. As I feel this is a bit too heavy now that we've revamped the bedroom, made it a bit more modern, I'm going to paint this wood the same colour as the bathroom walls. I think that'll match in nicely, and I don't think it'll be so heavy looking. It's a mirror. Ren's has taken the mirror out so that I don't get paint on it. This is our hobbies room. It's a bit of a mess, so we're going to have a little revamp. We've had some cupboards put in. We've got a couple of old cabinets there, and above it we have our radio and CD player. We have a better cupboard downstairs which we're going to bring up and move those cupboards into the laundry room. This is our laundry room, just basic. We have it upstairs because that's the Dutch way. The Dutch don't have their laundry in a utility downstairs. They have it a laundry room upstairs, saves carrying everything downstairs and then bringing it all back up. That's where we have our printer. So we don't use it very often, so it's just in the laundry because it's just somewhere to put it. So we're going to bring those two cabinets and put them in here somewhere. And our plumber, you know, our happy plumber Jeff, he's going to make a tray to stand that washing machine in with a vent outside in case ever it leaked. It won't leak onto the ceiling below. This piece of furniture holds our CDs, and we're going to take that upstairs and put that in the hobbies room so that we don't have to keep going up and downstairs to get a new CD. Make life easier, and then it will make the hallway a little bit bigger because that's quite a big piece of furniture for our hall, and we're going to put a little table on there instead.
So Tara just told you about our new CD cabinet. Well, new, it's actually late 18th century Dutch, but they had an eye for the future then, so it's a really good CD cabinet.
So there they are. So we've got a couple of drawers like that. So we think that's really useful. Of course, it's really heavy, so we're going to have a struggle with Ren's and me putting that upstairs. But we will. We'll just take the drawers out and everything. Well, we've managed it, and I think it looks a lot better. I used wire wool first to give the paint a key. I used a stain blocker first, and I've put 2 coats of bathroom paint on. I've finished painting the mirror. I'm now going to use my fingers to apply a gold wax to highlight some of the areas. Here is the finished article. It's taken me quite a while because I only do it now and again so that I don't overdo it really with the paint, I mean, rather than myself. So I know I'm happy with it. I really, really think that's come up well. It's the first time I've ever used the technique of putting a wax on highlighted pieces to highlight pieces. I think that's much nicer than the dark wood. I've got a picture of the dark wood which I'll put on in a moment. And the reason I chose that colour, that particular gold, is because when we revamped the bedroom we decided to have a feature wall. So that's our feature wall. Renz and I did all the painting and decorating in here. had some new curtains made. Or in fact, not even new curtains. We've had curtains made because before we just had roller blinds. This is what the mirror looked like before, and you can see we've covered those chairs and we've now got curtains. So I think that's much better. I've also painted the fireplace. That's what it used to look like. Because we've redone all the bedroom, and Ren's has put those tiles there which matched the ensuite. There were a few left, so we thought, well, we'll use those. So I'm going to start on that. I've brushed it off. I'm just going to wipe it now, ready for painting with Hammerite. And there's the finished fireplace, Hammerite black. I'm thinking of putting a little bit of wax, gold wax, on the fireplace itself to highlight those little details there. So I'm just wondering, because I don't want to spoil it, but the mirror above isn't right now because it's the wrong colour. It's looking very brassy. I don't know what else to call it really. So I'm going to do the same thing to that mirror as I did to the other one, because it doesn't. It's just too dark and doesn't fit that wallpaper. See, the wallpaper's sort of quite shiny gold, and that's looking brassy. I don't think that's a good look. So I'm going to change that, and I may do a little bit of detailing on that fireplace. And Ren's has recovered these chairs in curtain fabric actually. It's not chair fabric, but we only use these you have to put your socks on, so it's not as if they're going to get a lot of use. So we felt that putting it on the chairs would be okay. And that is the reverse side of the curtain material, because the true side is this shiny, again to match the wallpaper. So that's a shiny, and on the reverse, oh, that's the lining of course, but you see the reverse. But the reverse is the matte sort of finish, as opposed to the gold finish. I felt that the matte side would be better on the chair than the shiny side. It's exactly the same colour, but obviously matte. So that's our bedroom nearly finished. We've done the ceiling and painted the doors and windows. Ren's did the wallpaper and I did the skirting boards, walls and doors and frames, and Ren's did the ceiling. I don't like doing ceilings, so Ren's did the ceiling. So there we are, all done. And there's those awful white cupboards. But we don't want to throw them out because they're very useful. We've got lots of stuff in the little drawers, so we don't want to throw it out. And we had an old mirror, so we popped that on there, because that was in our bedroom, but I was a bit over it. But it's a nice piece, and I didn't really want to throw it out, but I didn't think it sort of fitted in with our more modern bedroom. So we've put it there until we think, well, we may take it to auction and sell it. Or maybe advertise it on eBay, but it's just a matter of getting it to the person without it breaking. And then that's a little bit revamped, but we have to do a little bit more yet. Another project. This is the old cylinder cupboard where we had the hot water cylinder, and we think it's a good space and worth plasterboarding and also then plastering. And the marvellous chap Brooke, who did our lounge, is here today to do just that, because I think that'll be a lovely space for putting in towels or junk or whatever. So some buttons going in. The old airing cupboard is now a proper cupboard, ready for shelves. put the vacuum in there. Renz is going to put the floor in. That'll make a better floor, should we say. There we go. Absolutely top quality plastering. Wish we'd had him for the kitchen, but there you go.
Still waiting for some towers to come and do that then.
So just above and beyond all expectations with this plastering, just unbelievable, because it was a really difficult job. Wasn't expecting it to be anywhere as good as this. And the old airing cupboard. You'll remember Jeff took out the old cylinder as we got a combi boiler and didn't need the hot water cylinder, which saves the water. Just our hot water is now instant. So that is now a spare cupboard, and Ren's put a hanging rail in and a couple of shelves, so we've got some more useful storage area. And at the bottom we've got some things that we don't use very often but we don't want to throw out, so there they are. I've just got a few minutes here of Apollo and I doing one of our very first flying changes. You may remember that I do school Apollo for Renz from time to time. Not as much as I used to, because Renz is much better now at his riding. We hadn't finished our schooling, but I asked Renz if he could take this short video of Apollo. I'm going to attempt a flying change now. He has just done one, but of course I didn't get it on camera, and it felt right. It felt like it changed front and back. So we're just going to try and do one now. Good boy. Go on, keep going. Show him. Good boy. Well done. Go on. Go on, Anna. Oh, it's hard work. Go on. And he's sort of doing it in a big, one of those little books that he does.
Yes.
But I'm thinking he's getting it. It's just difficult for him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There. Lost the stirrup. Good boy. He's trying.
Yes, he is. I can tell.
Slow, slow, slow. Good boy. And whoa. Our menage is a little bit on the small side for Apollo because he has such a powerful lift in all his gaits. He does a very good effort here. I think this is one of our best ones to date. It's not quite right, as you can see. He's a bit late behind, but yeah, he really is trying. Really good boy. So much power there. Well done. Let's have a moment's rest now. And just try that again, and then we'll call it because that's very, very good. So I'm going to try exactly the same this time. Same everything. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. You're all right now? You covered? Good boy. Good boy. No. Now, did I start in this corner? Forgotten now. think I did, didn't I? Go on, walking on.
Yep, you did it.
Good boy. Slow, 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 slow. Out. I hope you'll join me this evening, as today is my 60th birthday and I want to share with you what I did during the day. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget a thumbs up, please. And we do love to read your comments. I am sorry that we can't reply to every comment, but we do read them all. TTFN.